Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcast.
So the first portion of the Vision Traction Organizer is your core values. And I've really dwelt on this and we have Benali as our kind of holding company, parent company of Growth Kits and DemandCast. And we do consulting. I do consulting through Benali still. But I was thinking about coming up with new core values for Growth Kits separately. And I actually just, through a long process, came back to just the core values of Benali being the core values for Growth Kits. Because ultimately, the core values are internal, in my opinion. They're for our team. Our team is connected between the businesses that we have. And so they just need to be the same across the board. And so our core values, we kind of did it in these like 3-word phrases. Together is better, always be inspired, just be real, make it work, change is certain, celebrate good times. So those are our 6 core values. We try to make it somewhat memorable. You can have 3 core values. It's more easier to remember, but we've got 6. And I think this is, the way that we use these, and we used to be really good at using this. We're kind of getting back into the groove of it, is we recognize them. This is what we measure people on. Whenever we fire people, this is what we will point to. Hey, you're not fitting the values. Whenever we hire people, we're hiring them because they fit these values. And it's just what we measure against all the time. And when we recognize employees, we say, hey, I wanted to highlight, Jenny, because she really displayed together is better. She went in, she supported our other team member on this. She really, went above and beyond here. And then she didn't take any credit for it. It was all in the background, but I saw it. I wanted to recognize her, and I'll reward on it. When we do promotions, this is what we reward against as well. And I think a lot of times values can feel subjective in some ways. They don't feel sometimes they don't feel concrete to business owners, but you can make them objective. You can really, if you solidify them, if you write them down, if you share them with the team, if you get them out there, you can make them objective. And that will really help so that you can say, hey man, you weren't real with me. You made a mistake. You tried to cover it up. You didn't, you delayed in telling us the information. Now we have a bigger problem. If you would have just been real right up front, we could have gotten out ahead of this. It wouldn't have been a big deal at all. But now it is a big deal. You can point to those core values in a really objective way to help manage your team. So we've talked about core values before. Any thoughts you have there?
Any thoughts on it? Oh, absolutely. As the foundational stuff. I mean, I start with the vision. I think you're saying they start with the culture, but culture, they're equal. I mean,
yeah.
And you have a culture. It's whether or not you intended it and created it or it happened to you. So, absolutely. And I loved your cultural items. 6 is a good number. I once worked for a company that had 14, and I thought, well, that's how you get 250-word vision statements.
I think the more you have, the more effort you have to put into making them stick. And you do that by having catchy phrases. You do that by having to reiterate them more and more and more. Whereas if you just had 3 simple words, anybody can remember 3 words,
Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you, so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, it might be there, it might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.